Hello there and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about this film, which is The Shallows. This is the 4K version. It's the UK 4K Blu-ray release and it stars Blake Lively, and she plays a woman who's quite into surfing, and she gets driven to this very deserted beach somewhere in a sort of a secret location out in the middle of nowhere, and she goes surfing as usual. She's got her phone with her, she's texting her friend and her family and stuff, and she's doing like FaceTime with them on the phone and that. And actually on the film it shows you like the view of her phone, like the people on her phone like superimposed onto the screen where she's texting and stuff, and the text down the side of the screen. And anyway, she goes surfing. It's quite calm. There's hardly anyone else on the beach. There's I think there's a couple of surfers there, a couple of blokes. Apart from that, there's nobody else there. And she goes out surfing until she comes into contact with a rather lethal shark. I presume it's a great white shark. It's quite large and very lethal, very dangerous, obviously. It's obviously a man-eating shark, or in this case, a woman-eating shark. And she ends up getting stranded on a rock. She swims to this rock and she's gets stranded. I'll not give too much of the film away, but basically the premise of the film is she's getting chased by this shark that definitely wants to eat her for his dinner. And she can't get rid of the bloody thing, and she can't get back to the shore. There's not many people in this film. There's the guy that drives her to the beach at the start, and there's two surfers who she keeps running into every so often. And then there's another bloke later on in the film who's drunk on the beach. While she's still stuck out in the middle of the ocean on the rock, there's a guy on the beach, and she tries to wave to him for help. I'll not tell you what happens there. But it's really quite a intense film. It's very well done. It's got a great atmosphere. I was very impressed with this film. I've always liked this film. I've watched it on regular Blu-ray as well. And both the Blu-ray and the 4K versions have both got excellent picture quality. But this version is obviously a bit sharper. I think it's an upscale. I'm pretty sure it's an upscale from a 2K Master, I believe. I think it is anyway. So you've got that extra detail and sharpness that you don't have on the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray is still very sharp and clear, but this has the edge over it, you know. And I watched this on my cinema screen, on the big screen. It's like a 100-inch screen on a 4K projector, and it really does look impressive. Very impressive indeed. Nice color and sharpness and everything, and there's not really any grain or anything. It was shot digitally, so it wasn't shot on 35mm film, so you don't get much grain. Might be a slight touch of grain in the darker scenes. You tend to get that even if a film's shot digitally. On the darker sequences, you sometimes get some grain creeping in with the lower lighting, you know. But overall, it's a really excellent transfer, very pin sharp all the way through. I didn't really notice any softness in any of the scenes, because some films sometimes have some softness, especially on close-ups and stuff. I often find that on these 4Ks the long shots look sharper than the close-ups on some of them. But this one, it was sharp on close-ups and long shots throughout the film, so no problems there, you know. But just going back to the film, there's a scene where she gets injured by the shark. That's not giving too much away, I hope. And there's some little crabs are starting to climb up under the rock with her, and she's trying to get them off the rock. And she actually sort of squashes one of them, and I always cringe when I watch that scene. I hate watching that bit. I don't like to see animals getting cut up or squashed or injured or anything like that. I don't like watching scenes like that, gruesome scenes, you know. So yeah, that bit was a bit much for me. But apart from that, I'm okay with like horror and other like fake gore and stuff like that doesn't bother us. But when it's although the crab wasn't real, I think it was a CGI crab, but it looked quite convincing. You do sort of, it makes you like cringe and jump a bit when she squashes the crab, or at least it did with me anyway. So yeah, so it's if you like shark films, you're bound to like this one. And if you are a big fan of shark films, you've probably already seen this film numerous times over, I should imagine. It's, in a way, it's kind of, some of it's better than Jaws, because Jaws didn't have as good special effects as this. I mean, there's a scene at the end of the film where she's on this like metal like buoy thing in the middle of the ocean thing with a light on the top for distress calls and stuff, and just hanging on to it. And I may be giving too much away here, but the shark sort of leaps out of the water and tries to jump and grab her and stuff, and it's really well done. It looks really convincing, you know. It looks realistic and everything. Whereas in Spielberg's Jaws, the shark looked very fake when you saw it at the end, near the end of the film and that, you know. So in terms of the special effects of the shark and the way it was done and everything, those elements are actually better than Spielberg's Jaws. But having said that, Jaws is still a very excellent film. Obviously the scenes on the beach with the families and everything, and the shark coming up towards the shore and everything, and the atmosphere of that was very well done and everything. And that this film doesn't really have any of that. It's completely different, you know. So so this film's quite different to Jaws. You know, it's just solely about one person that's fighting with a shark by herself in the middle of the ocean, and Jaws features quite a few more people, you know, and families on the beach in peril and everything. So quite a different film to Jaws. But still, it's a very good film. I would highly recommend this, even if you don't really like shark films, because it's got lots of suspense and tension, and it really hooks you in. It keeps you like watching all the way through the film. It keeps you glued to the film, you know. Very entertaining film. Excellent performance by Blake Lively. And if you're not familiar with Blake Lively, she's also in a film called A Simple Favor, which was very good. I've also got that on 4K. I'll review that at some point, I should imagine. But I'll just show you the back cover of this. Yet again, it's not that good a back cover really. It's just the one photograph on the back, and the rest just stuff about how you play the film, how you play the 4K back and stuff. And some special features. Should be to read those there, hopefully. Freeze frame that if you want to see what the special features are. I was a bit disappointed that there's no audio commentary on this film. There doesn't seem to be one. Because I like my audio commentaries, even though I don't get the chance to listen to them that often because I'm mainly watching the films. But I do like to have an audio commentary included on the disc, you know. Especially if it's a film I like a lot. I like to learn more about the film and how they made the film and what went on during the making of the film and stuff. And this has a slip cover. It's a nice glossy slip cover. I've also got this on American Blu-ray import version, and it's got a lenticular cover, which is very nice. When you turn it from left to right, it goes like blood red. It's got the similar picture on the front of this one, but it's got it turns to blood in the ocean and everything in the water. It's really good. Anyway, so that is, hang on, I forgot to mention about the sound. The sound's excellent quality. I don't have Dolby Atmos, but I do have Dolby Digital and DTS surround system, so it still sounded very good, very bassy, very loud and clear. The dialogue was very clear, and the music sounded good. There's some good electronic music while she's surfing. I enjoyed that music. It's quite a good score on this film, and you know, just really sounds good. I didn't have any complaints with the sound. There was plenty of stuff coming out the rear channels and stuff and what have you. So yes, a really good soundtrack on this. Very good sound quality, and it is in Dolby Atmos. So, and you can pick this up for about $9.99 here in the UK if you look around a bit. There's some special offers on. So get yourself, what are you waiting for? Get yourself a copy of this if you haven't got it already. If you've got a 4K player in a 4K projector or a 4K TV. So there you have it. That is The Shallows starring Blake Lively on 4K Blu-ray. So I'd just like to thank you all for watching this video once again. Thanks very much, everyone. And if you've got anything you'd like to say or ask us, don't hesitate to write us a comment below this video. And if you want to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell and the all option at the top. Otherwise you won't be notified when I upload new videos. So anyway, so I shall see you all in the next video. So thanks for watching once again, and ta-ra for now. Ta-ra.